My time in the Venture Lab was very powerful and very, say, well thought out. There was a lot of great checkpoints and a lot of great points where I got to learn and understand more about how I should be conducting our market research and our validation, speaking to customers and kind of growing from an idea into a real problem statement that we could show and start selling on. The lessons I learned from Coach Nicky were, I think all of the lessons were big, but if I were to pick the biggest ones, I'd say really having patience to find that ideal customer profile and chase down that one specific person. Because you can always find people on the way who are kind of fitting your product, but there's only one that you can really hammer home and grow your business on. So she helped us guide down that path. I think the other thing Coach Nicky really pressed us on, and it was very helpful, was understanding that the decisions that we make have to be backed by data, right? So there's never going to be a point where we're making a move or we're running numbers or projections without first saying, here's the reason that we think it's going to be this way. I'd say the best part about being in the lab was seeing the development of the idea and seeing how QuickCassa started as, really, I'm going to be super honest, not what it turned out to be at all, right? But it was in the same niche, it had similar ideas, but we learned and kind of took away that, what we walked out with was something that is viable, able to access a market, and can help us grow. Some of the milestones that we have since launching the business include acquiring some very substantial customers, securing some very powerful paid pilots that have allowed us to further validate our idea. And I think that milestone has helped us make even more of them and kind of set the roadmap for future opportunities down the road. What's next? Oh gosh, there's so many nexts. I think what's next is really securing those pilots, growing our base team, and then blasting off. We see an amazing amount of potential in what we're doing, and we can't wait for every day to go. I think some advice I would give a entrepreneur who's thinking about an idea is to always look at why somebody's going to be considering purchasing from you. Not just that you have a way to solve a problem that you found, but what makes them tick and what makes them think, you know what, I need what you're selling. Because that's going to make the whole entrepreneurial journey so much easier, because you're not going to be convincing people, you're going to be telling them how great, how much you're going to take away that pain and how you can do it. And that's the true point where you can say, you know what, that's where it is. So stop focusing as much on the solution as you do the problem.